The Ministry of Health in Gaza says 120 people were killed in a 24-hour period from Tuesday to Wednesday, including dozens who were shot while trying to get food from aid distribution sites. There were 41 people, according to hospital officials, killed on Wednesday in two separate incidents, one in central Gaza and one in the south. The hospital officials said they were shot while trying to get food parcels from this new group that's delivering aid in Gaza, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The foundation says it's unaware of any incidents at its sites and that it in fact had its biggest day of aid distribution since it began operating a couple of weeks ago. The Israeli military says it's aware of one incident in which troops fired upon people approaching them in darkness overnight. But this means prior to even to these deaths, there had been more than 160 Palestinians reported killed and more than 1,000 injured while trying to get food from the small number of distribution sites that have been set up by this agency in Gaza. And that's a large part of the reason why the leading humanitarian agencies and the United Nations continue to condemn in such strident terms this switch to this Israeli government-approved model of aid distribution. Also, one of the Israeli ministers sanctioned this week by Australia and 4 other countries, the Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, has said that Israel is preparing a package of retaliatory measures, not just against the countries that sanctioned him and the National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, but also against the Palestinian Authority, which is the de facto government in the West Bank.
We will formulate a whole package of steps, both against these countries, also against the Palestinian Authority, also in the settlements, to make sure that we don't ignore this. These are not sanctions against me, these are sanctions against the state, against the entire government, against the citizens of Israel. In the end, these countries want to make us stop the war, make us lose, make us commit suicide and establish a terrorist state in the heart of Israel, force this thing on us. And in the face of this, we all stand together like a wall. We will not let this happen.
Already, Bezalel Smotrich has threatened to end the waiver that allows Israeli banks to trade with their Palestinian counterparts in the West Bank. This has caused enormous anxiety in the West Bank, where Palestinians rely on those banks to process transactions in the Israeli currency. And some analysts have suggested this move could cause the collapse of the Palestinian Authority.